So I'll tell you a little story, and then we'll go to the next one. I'm sitting in my house, probably 3 years into the church. I'm preparing a message on evangelism, trying to get our church to evangelize. And I hear the Lord say to me, I have a lesson for you to learn before you preach this. I said, what do you want me to do, Lord? He says, I want you to go and cut your neighbor's grass. Now, my neighbor had been on vacation for a while, so his grass had grown up to about this high. So I said, Lord, I'm a pastor of a church. I've got to prepare a message for the people tomorrow on evangelism, and you want me to take 3 hours and cut this man's grass? He said, just go do it. 3 months later, I'm sitting there on Saturday morning preparing another message, and I hear this bang, bang, bang on the door, and it's this man's wife, and she's frantic. And she says, you've got to come over here, Dennis. She says, Bill is losing it. So I go over there, and sure enough, I walk into the bedroom. He's laying in the bed, not in the bedroom, but he's on the other side of his bed, sitting on the floor. Just let me pray for you. Let me help you. He looks up at me with his eyes. He's got tears in his eyes. He goes, Dennis, did you cut my grass? I said, Bill, we don't need to talk about cutting grass right now. I said, we need to. No, I need to know, did you cut my grass? I said, yes, I did. And he says, why did you cut my grass? Why did you cut my grass? And I told him the story. I told him the whole story. And I said, I think for this moment right here, Jesus wants you to know how much he loves you. I cut your grass because I love you. I care for you. He starts crying. I pray for him. He receives Jesus right there on his bed.